Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Stasis. And now let's see what happens with Eleanor Way. She's encrusted with fungus and vines, a human nerve center for the twisting growths around her. Appallingly, she is still alive.
I could get you out. I could cut you free.
Cool. Yay. That... You really should just do it, but I believe I can give you the emergency flare.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you end this. But you need to help me first. I don't need you to leave. I need you to crack this flare. The oxygen will ignite. Then you will die.
Extreme external temperatures detected. Plug suit has regulated body temperature to benchmark level.
The fire systems just went haywire over here, John. What did you do?
Nothing.
The vines?
With a flamethrower?
Something like that.
Fire in Oxygen Gardens 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. Fire in Oxygen Gardens 2, 7, 8. Fire suppression system activated. Warning. Fire suppression system compromised. Warning.
Shit! Oxygen production has been compromised. Are the biomes still intact? Oh, God, please don't say burn them out.
Just the one on this level.
It's caused a chain reaction, John. They're all going up. We have a time limit now. Hours at most.
Get my daughter right now.
We did a good. I hope.
Another locked door.
Remind me again how this door opens, though. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, this shouldn't work.
Everything else is breaking.
Curious point that I don't think the walkthrough mentioned how to get this here, but let's see if I can open the no. Huh. That is weird. I'm sure the empty pistol won't help. Huh. Damn. I've been consulting a walkthrough every once in a while, and I just checked like before I started what to do, and I don't think it mentioned this part. It just said, you know, go, which is rather not too helpful right now. Okay, let's see if we can just think our way through this. I don't think I can go back there. Oh wait, I can. There we are. Now, I just thought that spot was, you know, off limits, but apparently no. We just ran into a spot and ran back because. Okay, sure.
You little shit. What have you done?
Listen to me.
Fire cleansers. Mr. Marachek, I'm gonna make sure you burn for what you and your friends have done to me. To my own!
No, please. I have nothing to do with this.
You won't get much further.
I believe you.
Goodbye.
Where is she, Tia? Where is Rebecca?
She's in a containment area at the other end of Seed.
Again, it's weird how the radio conversations are really low volume up to, like, compared to everything else, and there's no way to adjust that. So anyway, so now we're here. We have made progress, which is good. I gotta give it to them though. That fungus lady scene, like that dialogue, that was pretty convincing to me. Like that. And disturbing. Like, so far, almost all of the dialogue has been either, like, or just bad in many cases. That was affecting. That was like, oh, ouch. That I got some chills, man. That's, ooh.
Looks like this place is being expanded.
Seed was always expanding. That place scares me.
Right, and we pick up.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Yay! So yeah, we picked up a thing from the toolbox, which was high temperature slug gun. You know, it shoots slugs, though. Snails. Yes, let's just say that it does that. It's very cute. Yes, okay. And then we have a door here.
Warning. Halo thing herpetotoxicity is at an elevated level.
There's a robot in there, which is a bit of an issue, as you can see. Oops. Yeah, so welcome to the stealth section. And you say stealth section.
She's in a containment area at the other end of Seed.
Yeah. And of course we need to pick up the toolbox thing again, and the music picked up because no reason. Thank you, game.
That place scares me.
Why'd you do that?
Thanks.
That seems like a bug.
Sorry.
That the music comes back here even though it's not supposed to. And it's really loud and it drowned out all of the radio dialogue. Luckily we have subtitles and we have seen that before, but still, that's just bad. I'll save the game here because I'm gonna die a lot. I probably should. So yeah. Okay. So according to a walkthrough, I need to go to a spot called Birthing Laboratory, whatever that means.
Warning. Halo thing herpetotoxicity is at an elevated level.
So I went quickly, and that's that.
I can't even.
What do you see?
What kind of a monster would do this? These women, these poor women. This is torture. This is.
Science.
Science? Go... Dea? I realize that I'm still calling it that she's just bad. But that's not even veiled in anything. That's like, yes, I'm evil. I don't know. I just... Okay, so we have hybrid fetuses, because... Sure... Oh boy. Portable defibrillator.
A defibrillator. And it looks like it's fully charged.
Yay! Great. Oh boy. She's trying to communicate, but her words are little more than slurred vowels. Throat is dry. Extremely weak.
Must have families and lives.
for them now. Soon this ship will run out of oxygen. They won't be in pain for much longer.
A second in this place is more torture than anyone should bear.
Ouch. Okay, so, computer terminal, do I need to read stuff or something? Ugh. Okay, so, Project Seed, Revived version 6. Update by Dr. G. Malan, Kane Corporation, all rights reserved. For the eyes of the Kane Board of Directors only, Seed is an attempt to create the ultimate super soldier by, in simple terms, activating junk strands of human DNA. Over the years, the human genome has shed or made dormant certain strands of its own DNA sequence for various evolutionary reasons. Professor Salam Gironde observed that certain dormant parts of these genes were not so much junk as they were potential, that is, genetic information contained and completely sublimated by a dominant gene. Professor Gironde engineered an early life form based on this original theory by introducing these identified genetic strands in the early stages of embryo formation. The initial concept was intriguing, but this ultimate result was an group of uncontrollable animalistic creatures. Again, a group, not ungroup. Version 6 of this proposal is to update these same dormant genes into the human makeup by use of genetic splicing, thereby introducing desirable physical and mental characteristics over a generation to produce fast-learning, hard-to-kill, and utterly ruthless soldiers. Okay then. Observation Report 1 by Dr. C. Williams. Her vital signs are steady. Certain hormonal levels are extremely high, but I'm countering this with the judicious administration of depressants in each case. Survival chances very high. She is young, healthy, and there are no signs of any infections or complications capable of disturbing the birth. Recommendations: keep under observation, prepare for phase 1 treatment. Report 2 by Dr. C. Bachman. The subject, despite her promising early progress, appears to be failing. Supposition is that she cannot withstand the foreign genetic structure that is being fused into her body. Typical signs of rejection are being displayed. Recommendations: observe for additional 24 hours. If there are no signs of improvement, then termination and disposal of the patient is recommended. Report 3 by Dr. C. Bachman. The subject is progressing well as being aesthetically attractive. She has all of the other genetic traits required. Initial concerns about her suitability voiced by Dr. Malan, chiefly due to the number of her sexual partners, have been proven unfounded. She will be a perfect carrier. The hybrid DNA is fusing to my satisfaction. Apart from a small amount of pain, her body appears to be coping with the adjustments. I have prescribed her a steady dose of anesthetic to keep her subdued and comfortable. Hybrid subject number 302 by Dr. G. Malan. Since delivery, hybrid subject 302 has been kept inside an incubator due to its respiratory distress. Assisted breathing is required. Cardiac arrest has occurred and the use of automated external defibrillators have been required to revive the child. I deduce that the conditions and sickliness are due to the late molecular bonding between hybrid and host DNA in the mother. A weak nervous system is also highly likely in this case, but the subject's regenerative abilities can be stimulated with steroids. Conclusion: the child is weak, but will survive. The mother is suitable for continued breeding. Oof. So, yeah, indeed, the ladies in there are or have been, or whatever, carrying mutant, hybrid, spliced, whatever children. Yay. Also, if I'm reading this correctly, this is, I think, is the same project that the 17-year-old wanted to join, but couldn't because she was 17 and not 18 in the other deck. So I think she got lucky by not being here, but ouch. That is... ouch. And yeah, I got a bandage from the leftmost lady by interacting with her. I'm not sure I wanna...
Don't worry. I'm here. I'm gonna help you.
How?
Soon you'll be out of here. This is just a bad dream.
Oh boy.
Just breathe in and out. Soon you'll wake up from this.
That is nasty. Power cell. Okay. Well. I think I gotta get out of the room at this point. I might as well save the game again, because it's not exactly, you know, an easy spot this. So, just save. Yes, good, thank you. I think I'm fine here, but the robot is very... or am I? Okay, so I'm looking for that sink. I need to interact with the bandage and the sink here. And then interact with the sink again, which will create a sort of a... oh! Sorry. Will create a puddle of spilled water. That in turn should, according to the... again, consulting a walkthrough because we will never get through this otherwise. I need to use the portable defibrillator when it stops at the water. Now. Yay! We did it good! Ha! Awesome! We don't die now. And then we go and interact with the bot.
Easy does it. God, I just hate it. Out. Got it.
And that gives us a twisted metal, which I'm gonna say I'm not sure if I can do something about the ladies in there, because there was that power cell, but I don't think the walkthrough mentioned them, like in what to do about them. So I might not be able to, or at least I don't know what to do if I can. I probably judging from what John said, I think I probably can, but I don't know how, and I don't have... I can't just... blind guessing my way to try to do that would take probably approximately 4,000 years. Give or take a few, you know, springs there, but still. Okay, now then. My next course of action should apparently be to enter something called a mutagen laboratory. Hello. And in here we have a PDAs again, which is always nice. Let's see here. That oftentimes is a good thing to read, because the lore stuff is kind of what we're here for, you know? Or at least I want to know what the story is here. So, Dr. Marvin DeSantos, March 2nd. Man, that bitch from shipping won't get off my back. You fuck a girl real good and she just comes crawling back. If she doesn't get out of my hair, I'll have her moved off ship. Dr. Milan is a prick, but he looks after me like that. I gotta say, being on Project Seed is awesome, man. Okay, we gotta do some pretty noxious shit, but in exchange, I got a lot of protection and an honorary title. Dr. DeSantos, I like it. Dr. Milan knows about my contacts and private cargo that arrives on board, and I know he hates it, but there ain't nobody else prepared to work under Dr. Buckman. That guy is one twisted fuck and also one of my best customers. I get imports, sure, but my own private lab is what manufactures Buckman's pathway shit. Funny, I never realized how dependent these smartasses of science are on drugs. Personally, never touch this stuff. You gotta have your wits about you, man, especially around here. May 15th. Wow, Dr. Williams. Charlotte. Never would have figured that uptight woman was a slut, but holy hell, she just gave me the ride of my fucking life. Who would have thought it? Slinky lace under that lab coat of hers, and for a woman in her mid-40s, a body that makes you want to get on your knees and howl at the moon. Against the table, pressed up against the Wii-point windows on top underneath, like a friggin' rattlesnake. Of course she's Looney Tunes. Probably thinks I'm her husband or something, like I care as long as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. Crazy but smart, and she has no idea how much I know about her little project. I saw the details. People just think I'm a smack-talking smartass, but I've been training on the Groom Lake since I was 16. I studied chemistry and genetics, aced all of it too. She thinks I'm too stupid to understand. September 9th. Thinking I could have gotten myself in too deep here. The drug thing was fine, but this whole industrial espionage thing is kinda freaky. I don't think Dr. Milan knows. I know Lincoln watches me with an eagle eye, but he can't know for sure. If he did, he'd eject my ass from the ship with the rest of the failed hybrids. But goddamn, the money is good. I earned my year's salary by sending some info to Black Star Industries. My contact gave me more money than I could conceive for leaking one report. I met the guy while I was on leave. He was a smug dickhead who somehow knew what I did, and then he flashed the cash. I've got no loyalties to the company, and I know how Dr. Milan treats loyal staff. That guy can turn on a dime when it suits him. I've heard of weird shit going on down in the decks below, and Seed has me feeling it'll soon be time to get the hell out of Dodge pronto. 1 or 2 more reports might just give me what I need. November 20th. Nobody knows about my little acts of espionage, but who'd care? The ship is falling apart. Some of those fucked up things that Buckman and Milan made are on the prowl. I stashed away my cash as soon as I heard things were going wrong, but money ain't gonna make a ship's worth of difference if we all get killed. Milan's taking all this way too calmly. Actually, I'd say he's enjoying all this. He came into the lab this morning, he still makes us all report to the lab, and was grinning to the whole damn time. His eyes all red, like he was coming down from a high. That guy does not need drugs for a high. His general fucked upness is what he rides, and here was me thinking Buckman was the crazy one. February 1st. It's just us. Oh god, not even Buckman's around now. Charlotte was dragged away to the labs a few days ago. We're sealed off from the other decks. I reckon it's only a matter of time before Milan decides to do something about me too. I've been living on this ship for years. I know about hidden passages that even Milan doesn't know about. I'll get over to the communications array and let off a signal. Hopefully they'll get to us before Dr. Milan finds out. Okay. Fair enough then. And the other PDA then. Also that's moving, that's human host. I don't want to know. Dr. Clifford Buckman. January 16th. They said I'd never make it to 60. Ha! 85, you fuckers, old and still cooking with gas. 3 bastard kids, and I outlived them all. Okay, so I was young when I had them. Those girls never knew I was the father, of course. I had to switch the DNA samples so they didn't know the little shits were mine. I'm too old now for all that, but you never completely lose your eye for ladies. February 28th. I might have false teeth, Dr. Milan, but I'm no moron. For the good of humanity, I'm a sociopath and alleged rapist of women. But your little speech to the crew was less sincere than anything I could say with a straight face. At least you know how to turn a blind eye whenever I have to get rid of troublesome subjects, right, Milan? The new gas for the chambers is working splendidly. An improved kill rate of 60% on the old formula. I'd watch those poor fuckers writhe and die. We have a viewing window now, just so we can make sure it's done. If I were a moral man, I'd call it perverse. It's lucky for Project Seed that I couldn't give a shit. I thrive when I don't have to answer to everyone with a conscience. March 17th. This will not do, not at all. I need more subjects. The rejection ratio of the DNA splicing is stratospheric, so not only do I need more bodies, but I need better ones. They bring me imports and strays, but the best results are achieved with crew members. One cannot prey too often on those, of course, no matter the need. My chosen ones were always those who wouldn't be missed. The furnaces are inadequate for my disposal requirements. I'm told they're so hot that they could destroy dark matter. They seem slow to respond when burning flesh though, and the smell is hardly pleasant either. It reminds me of that injured dog that I found as a little boy growing up in Missouri. It looked at me with a pleading look, the kind a sick patient gives a doctor they trust absolutely. Naturally, I stomped on the mongrel's head. It was mercy. There are too many in society who have similarly damaged disposition. It's a kindness to snuff out their worthless lives. Ah. That is... Well, you sure are a person. August 12th. I must get more pathway. That little prick DeSantos is usually more than forthcoming with his ingredients, but he says his own suppliers are having problems. I know you, DeSantos. I know you're not a real doctor. I know the kind. I have 5 PhDs, and can tell when men have been hired for their instincts rather than their knowledge. Meanwhile, the cutting and splicing continues. Oh, and Charlotte, we all know about your little experiment, you stupid bitch. First she kills her partner by accidentally exposing him to a lethal virus, then she goes gaga for him. That's the sort of beautiful incompetence that slays me. I spent years perfecting the art of the kill, making a murder appear a mishap, and she went and did it all completely by accident. What perfect nonsense. This Backman. October 10th. I held a subject down today and used my surgical hammer to cave in his windpipe. Then I gouged out his eyes and tried to rip his jaw from its socket. My goodness, what an outburst. I'm becoming careless. I need more pathway. Dr. Malan is starting to worry that my tendencies cannot be controlled. He need not worry. I'm still focused on seed. Seed is still just that, a seed. But this chrysalis will soon break open and blossom. The successfully bred Homo novi wait in their containment cells, while their unsuccessful brethren reduced to a viral mulch that's already breached the containment seals of the ship grow. Its genetic makeup might be little more than trash, but it is astoundingly tenacious. I have to respect that which kills with such efficiency. November 12th. I woke up in the emergency room today. Somebody found me on the stairs. I can't remember much. What I do know is that my both fucking legs are up in casts. I better get comfortable because Dr. Kramer says I'll be in here for at least a month. December 23rd. We die as the Novi cut us down, but I'm not ready to be replaced by a new species. Our creations are impressive, but I don't share Malan's fanaticism for what is happening here. I must try to make sure one of the lifeboats is available for me. A shame there was not another for that delectable young thing. What was her name? Callister? I would have liked to have her around when the ship was going to hell. She's dead, however. How unfortunate. January 3rd. I may be old, but I'll tear anyone who tries to stop me from leaving apart at the limbs. I have survived police investigations, court cases, vengeful spouses, and idealistic lab hands. I will gut any shitbag trying to prevent my escape, and that includes you, Malan. I'll jab out your eyeballs and eat them before I submit to you. Oh boy. That is a hideous agglomeration of flesh and bone. Limbs jut haphazardly from its mass. It sports a human head that gurgles out of sync with the pulsing of its other parts. Okay then. Right. So we have preserved conjoined twins, human skeletons. Oh boy, and a number of terminals here as well. Okay, do I need to...
How can we allow this?
do we allow
This
this?
is the purpose of the Groom Lake. It's not on Earth. People can't see it, so they don't care.
But if they knew...
So what?
Tia is really just cold as a bucket of ice. So, mutagen lab hybrid reject 811 report by Dr. G. Malan. A highly unusual form of rejection such as has not been observed before manifested in this hybrid. It is entirely possible that the mutagenic compounds used to synthesize the hybrid DNA was faulty in this particular instance. Usually with any rejection there is a sign of initial bonding and then a breakdown, but in this case there was absolutely no bonding attempted whatsoever. Given the thoroughness with which we create the DNA, I suspect that the centrifuge machine for this particular batch was faulty. Repair and maintenance check of the machine is ordered immediately. Recommendation: destroy what remains and also destroy the fetus. Alright. Hybrid Reject C. Report by Bachmann. Subject died during birth. It can only be surmised that death was due to a failing in the host, as all reports and tests leading up to the birth showed no signs of fetal defect. Upon further investigation of the woman's medical history, it was noted that she experienced complications when giving birth to a child previously. This host would not have been used had this been highlighted. In light of her medical history, I now assume this was the cause of the fetal distress and death of the subject. Note: host is being kept alive and has undergone 1 transfusion. Recommendation: revoke host's life support order and dispose of body with hybrid reject C. Oh boy. Hybrid Reject 604 by Dr. C. Williams. During the autopsy of Hybrid 604, there were signs of renal failure. It appears the kidneys were unable to process the amino acids required for the breakdown of nutrients. The damage to the liver, stomach, and intestines show the same degenerative patterns. Reason: it is possible that the report of the mother giving birth 3 months prior was an error. Comment: further reports regarding the failure of mutagenic compounds will be finalized later. Okay then. I saw a hand symbol somewhere. Liquid nitrogen canister. Good for me. Pick that up. Also, I can hand symbol this power cell, but it's probably going to be a similar thing as the other one. Like, I can't actually...
If they were more
Open to who? The people? Governments?
other corporations,
At what cost?
a bit of our humanity, I suppose.
I missed the first bit there. I think if one freezes the video, one can read what she said at first, but I think that means that she kind of accepts this sort of experimentation stuff, and it's good. It'll help humanity. That's what I gathered from that. Ouch. Ugh. But with this though, I am all out of time for this episode and a bit then some. But this is getting nasty and weird. Well, it is amping up, that's for damn sure. Okay, and I do hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do drop a like or a comment or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really help. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.